Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins, where we have completed the treaty for the Dalish. The Dalish representative is here. Now the only thing left for us to do is to get the aid of the dwarves over in Orzammar, and then have the lands meet over in Denerim, in order to finally kind of unite the kingdom against the blight. We've also got some other side quests going on, including dealing with Flemeth and visiting Alistair's family. Flemeth is going to be the trickier part. There's also a dragon in the ruined temple. Yep, the Dragon's Lair. That's going to be tricky. I'm saving both of those things for when I'm stronger, tougher, more capable. But for now, let's take a walk around our camp, see how everybody's doing.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It means being a warden who is also grey. It means I've been chosen to do something important, glory and glory. I suppose it's about killing as many darkspawn. Everybody needs to show me some respect. I don't know, does it have to mean anything? It means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing darkspawn and saving the world from the blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say that I serve as... I am their protector.
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I wish I could be served in... Oh my gosh. I'll keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Or in other words, with great power comes great responsibility. Alright, who's next? Leliana? Have you anything to say?
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about
I
Orlais?
miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
It sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs. And shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
You can get nice shoes in Denerim, I bet.
Perhaps. Ferelden folk are so much more practical. I don't see them making use of something simply for its looks. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
That sounds lovely.
I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working on. It was covered in pale blue silk, with amber beads on the toe. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
They're comfortable.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Yeah, I suppose fighting the Darkspawn is a little bit more important than talking about shoes. Zevran, buddy, pal.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Let's move on. I'm actually not that interested. Alistair, buddy, pal. I have some questions. Can you teach others to be a Templar?
Others, yes, but not yourself. I need someone who's trained first as a warrior. It's as much about discipline as anything. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Alright. Actually, hold on. Can I talk to Wynne and learn how to become a spirit healer?
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
You know about Morgan and me.
Well, she's hardly discreet. The way she looks at you, it's as though she's completely forgotten there's anything of you above the waist.
There's a lot more of me below the waist.
Oh, sweet maker. Is a little decorum too much to ask?
Well, sorry? Well, it's true? It's so easy to get you.
Moving along now, I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. She is a cunning woman, a Maleficar. She will use you for her own ends.
Is there more to us than that? Do I trust Morgan? There might be more to us than
I'm
that.
telling you what I see and what my instincts tell me. And even if the feelings you share are genuine, this affair may not be the best thing for either of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
You're making things sound more dire than they are.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
I'll consider what you have said.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
How is your approval rating anyway? Still pretty high. We can deal.
What's on your mind?
Why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams, because I knew they were there.
What about demons?
I could sense the demons, too, and their presence frightened me. It was the kindly spirits of the Fade that took the fear from me. I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Do spirits watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
You mean it protected you?
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
So the spirit of faith is your personal protector.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
Well, I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare him for the task that is yet before him. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger-wagging.
I'll hold you to that promise.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Oh, I got her approval right back. But can I convince you to teach me to be a spirit healer? Is there something we can do to cure you of death?
Cure me? What, am I sick now?
In a sense?
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child. Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
You're not afraid?
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content, it is enough.
Are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the Fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
Ah, even more approval from Wynn. Thank goodness. Sten? Have you got anything to say for yourself and your dumb hat? I'm also wearing a dumb hat. I realize this too. I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
That's enough for now.
We move on.
Let's
As
go.
you wish.
That was a good talk. You, Shale? What's with the heavy sighs?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
I don't think our chances are so bad.
Oh, how adorable. Such hope is sweet to see, if a bit alarming. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
I appreciate the fact that, due to being a statue for so long, he has a fear of pigeons. Morgan!
I have something for you.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
'Tis a ring. Now, before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead.
So you would always know where I am.
It is not to track you, you understand. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were to get captured, however, it would be far easier to find you with this.
Does it do anything else?
Flemeth used to say that 'twas a link between us, one that I presumed worked both ways. I never tested it, but I doubt she would have lied over such a thing, so it would mean I am linked to you as much as you to I.
So I could find you if need be.
I do not know. As I said, I never tested it. Perhaps.
Well, thank you for the gift.
You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
Excellent. What did she just give me? Was it a ring? Ah, Morgan's ring. It does +2 to willpower. Let us replace the Ring of Study. Can I ask you something?
So, full of questions, are you?
Let's see. Have you ever been hunted? I think I've already asked these questions. Alright, I guess we're good. Alright, I'm gonna go through my inventory, figure out what is still useful, what is not. Hand off some gifts, probably.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
I thought you might like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just...
Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these.
The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
It was nothing.
Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Flowers? Thank you. They're very pretty.
Oh, you're welcome. Smell them.
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
Alright. Now let's sell some stuff and hit the road. Alright, let's hit the road. Let's actually take a slightly different group of people. We are still going to keep Wynn around because she's better at healing. We're going to replace Leliana with Zevran because he is also a rogue. Let's grab Sten. What are you doing posing there? Or should we grab Shale? Actually, yeah, we haven't used Shale yet. And we are going to go... Let's see, right now we're in the next to the Brazilian forest, so let's actually... Oh, never mind, we're actually over... I was trying to avoid that. To avoid having to get into combat. Oh my. That's one way to start a fight. Alright. That way, I wanted to avoid having to level up everybody at the beginning of the fight. But let's see how well this goes. Alright, this is a good angle. I think. There we go. Zevran, what are you doing? Come back to the group. Attack that Herlock. Ah, and it looks like I've gained a couple abilities. Let's put you way over there. Alright, now everybody can gang up on this guy. Freeze him. Burn him alive. Lightning, oh my gosh. And he's probably gonna die before he can take this potion. Nope, just in time. Group heal. Alright, Winter's Grasp again. This time it freezes him. Excellent. There we go. Readjust our spells. So we've... Ah, son of a... That was bound to happen. It had to be on the last one. What did we remove? We removed Force Field. So now I've got my instant casts, my, forward area of effect, big area of effect. I've got Dispel Magic and Mana Drain, which are more specific tactics, and then ongoing things. But for now, let's loot everybody, and also level up everybody. Starting with you. How about that much strength and some constitution? Only... Oh my, Shale just doesn't really have too many talents. That sounds pretty interesting. Alright. Zevran, let's, oh. One specialization available. Duelist or assassin? And let's raise his... Why is his cunning so low? Weird. Combat tactics. Lock-picking. Oh no, just 2 lock-picking points. Alright, he's gonna have to just focus on leveling up his lock-picking for a little while. And win... Sure, why not? But willpower is where she needs more points. Improved combat training so that she doesn't get interrupted as much. Definitely useful. And... Probably not spirit. Probably not entropy. Haste would be useful. Shale, did I just pick up something for you? Yes, I did. Excellent. Do you have any, any ongoing abilities that aid everybody? The answer seems to be no. Alright, let us go. Oh, hello. I suppose these fellows are doing a pretty decent job holding their own. I wonder how much of this game is based on weapons and items, and how much of this game is based on, stats. And I suppose how much of this game is based on abilities. There we go. That is very rude of you, sir.
That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this?
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
You know yourself best.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
Although that's the thing that I don't think is really discussed in this game, is, like, okay, so she talks about the idea that the benevolent spirits of the Fade aren't particularly interested in what people are up to. But are the spirits of the Fade concerned about, the blight? How does the blight in the real world affects...
You!
You were the Grey Warden who broke the curse. I demand to know what happened to the werewolves. Where did they go?
They are no longer werewolves. The curse was broken.
That makes no difference. Those monsters killed my husband. They killed so many of my people. They have Dalish blood on their hands. If they are human once more, that shall make it all the easier to take vengeance for their crimes. Tell me where they are.
Zothrian wanted vengeance too. Look what it did. Also, what am I going to tell you? They went to find other humans? Just look for humans among other humans, and you might find them.
It destroyed him. Yes, perhaps you speak wisely. If they are gone and never return here, then perhaps it is better to let it simply end there. We will go back to the camp then. Thank you for your words. Please accept this small token of my gratitude. It belonged to my husband, and I cannot carry it any longer.
Okay. You gave me item. What did you give me? Was it a greater health poultice? Was it an elfrote? Silverleaf. +1 cunning? Alright. Alright. Let's head over to Orzammar. Where? Oh my gosh. Why did it... Video game. Why did you spawn me, like, all the way over here?
You know, Win, I have a friend back in Antiva who would be very excited to meet you.
I'm sorry?
Salvail prefers women with experience and maturity.
Check,
Said
check,
they have
check.
More substance, are more robust and flavorful.
Does he now?
Indeed. No need to deny it. Zevran knows a fine bird when he sees one.
I am not a bird.
There is no reason to deny yourself the pleasure of male companionship, after all, yes? You might balk now, but I assure you, Salvail is a gentleman of means and quite handsome.
I am going to walk away now, calmly, coolly. This is to save you the pain of having your brain forcibly removed through your ears.
This must be a Ferelden thing, I swear.
Oh, definitely.
As you desire.
Alright, let's hit the road for Orzammar. The Frostback Mountains, a range of dramatic peaks that stretch across western Ferelden, forming a natural border with Orlais. Unfortunately, we are not going to Orlais. Oh, hello.
You're awake. Did you feel it too? It was like the archdemon saw us. Saw us! What does that mean? I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
No. Not even safe in our party. Oh wait, hold on. Is everybody participating in this fight? Because if that's true, that is nice and awesome. Let's fire against you guys. And you. Excellent.
I guess it's like Duncan once said. We can sense them, and they can sense us. We'd best be more careful from now on. This camp isn't safe any longer.
Fortification should be built around the camp.
How unnerving.
Definitely.
What, no trap? No ambush? Some assassins.
I know, they just show up and hope for the best.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. What's this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in so closely. Oh, it's humor you desire. I didn't realize comedy had anything to do with this. How true. Let us do it right, then.
Alright, let us hit the road. Let us gather our party. It shall be Zevran. Though he can't really pick any locks just yet. Or at least the tough locks. So maybe not Zevran. Wynn, definitely because of her healing ability.
Yes.
Shale, because Shale is pretty cool. Now, who gets to occupy the 4th spot? Yeah, let's take Zevran. He didn't really get a full chance to run around. To the caves, to the Frostback Mountains. With absolutely 0 interruptions. Damn it!
I'm sensing more dark.
Oh my, hello. Okay. We have definitely got quite the crowd. Let's Mind Blast you. Or go after you instead. Lightning Bolt for you. Do you turn off your... Actually, if she's gonna keep it off, might as well not use it. And then I'll just have her turn it on when there are injuries present. Especially when she's so far away from bad guys. Winter's Grasp you. Arcane Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Let's heal Zevran. Excellent. And it looks like at least one of these Red Cliff Knights survived.
All right.
2 of them.
Our Lehman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep the road. Our Lehman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep the road.
Yeah, I would imagine the job of just the regular Red Cliff soldier has become very difficult. Like trying to keep the road clear while there's a blight going on. And we have arrived to the Frostback Mountains, to the gates of Ozramar, or Orzammar. But I think this is actually where I'm going to stop for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.